stay with us on Joy News because we'll bring you the latest on the NDC's constituency primary, which takes place throughout the day. But all 6 of the proposed regions have met the constitutional threshold to become fully fledged, legally recognized regions. Ghana will now have 16 instead of the 10 regions before the referendum. Ghana's new regions will be Savannah Region, North East Region, Bono East, Ahafo, Western North and Oti. 4 million registered voters voted overwhelmingly in favor of the creation of the new region in yesterday's historic referendum.
I declare the following as the outcome of the referendum conducted on the 27th December 2018 for the creation of the Bono East region. The total registered voters for the proposed region is 525,275, of which 450,812, representing 85.82%, cast their votes. Yes votes 448,545, representing 99.5% of the total vote cast voted yes. No votes 1,384, representing 0.3% voted no. Rejected votes, a total of 883 votes, representing 0.2%, were rejected. By the powers conferred on me under Article 41, Section 3, Clause D of CI 109 for referendum creation of new regions regulations 2018, I hereby declare that based on the aforementioned, the request for the creation of the Bono East region is successful. Based on Article 41(1) of the aforementioned constitutional instrument.
We stay with this historic story because the Electoral Commission has expressed its satisfaction at the low number of rejected ballots recorded at Thursday's referendum in the proposed Bono East region. 500 rejected ballots were recorded in at least 6 municipalities and districts, including at Table Mantin, in Nkranza South and Techiman South. The Commission blames the downward trend on increased public education, size of the ballot paper used for the exercise, and a responsive voter attitude. Deputy Ahafo Regional Director Charles Damwa tells Joy News the development is a relief to the Commission.
As you went round and you saw what happened, we will not praise ourselves. I know I'll leave everything to you so that you will know, assessors, and know the hard work that we've done. If you are ready to accept something, I think you don't want your vote not to be counted. So everybody wanted the vote to be counted. So they took particular attention in the thumb printing. And the ballot papers that we use now, because it was yes and no, the spaces were very big. So it was very difficult even when you are thumb printing to thumb print a place that will be rejected. At least your finger will at least get to a place that it can be a valid vote and it can be counted. Listening to the results that are coming from the various polling stations, and I can see, to precise, that the results will be very encouraging. The turnout is very okay, and we are hoping that the percentage will go up when we declare the results.
And Mr. Damwa, who described the referendum in the Bono East area as successful, is also happy as the voter turnout. The success comes as some voters could not be verified by the biometric verification machines. Over 100 voters were verified manually at the Prempeh public shared police station in the Atebobo municipality. Mr. Damwa has been explaining to JoyNews.
What I can say is maybe because of the farming activity that is in our area here. You see, you're able to capture it when you are registering, but when it comes to voting and we want to take the thumbprint again, it's going to be very difficult because they've been using the same hands to read, and maybe getting it as you had it during the registration becomes very difficult. That's why maybe we're encountering those difficulties. But more or less, we use the manual verification to verify them and make sure that they voted at the close of the elections.
Meanwhile, Member of Parliament for Atebobo Amantin, Kofi Amwakohene, says the referendum has unified opposition NDC and the governing MPP to promote the development of the people.
It's something that is going to mark the beginning of the expected development in the Bono East. And I wish such an exercise could have been carried throughout the whole country. Not necessarily to have regions, but looking at the participation, and then I could only liken it to the Black Star match. One thing that has brought the whole Ghanaians together, especially the MPP and NDC fraternity. Here we've done this work, I mean, so much well with the NDC, all the political parties, of course, but I think the rivalry intensify when it comes to MPP and this, and this is something that we have done is so natural that nothing political came up, and to this end I believe is going to have a very successful end.
JoyNews also spoke to an excited Nana Bafo Asari, who is one of the chiefs in what will soon be the Bono East region.
In the first place, you know, I've even lost my voice. We have to give praise and thanks to the Almighty God for being with us all along. And I think this is the time for us as people in the Bono East region to once again sit down and look at things that are going to help us as people in our developmental agenda. The Elections Committee chairman has said a lot. In fact, this agenda has brought us together as one people. We know we are chiefs in this traditional area, but then coming together, sitting down, analyze things that we have, the potentials we have at Bono East was a thing of the past. But when we had this idea of coming together and fought for a region, this brought us a lot of things. We tried to identify our potentials and find out the means of enhancing these potentials so that it will be something that will be a development for the people in this region.
If you lose your voice because of an election, you know how passionate you must be. But on this happy note, we take these important messages. We'll be back with more on News Desk. Stay with us.